What would it take for the Chicago Bulls to land three-time NBA MVP Nikola Jokic in a trade this offseason? Big Dave, you ready to talk nonsense?
What? I'm all here for the nonsense, man. Let's go.
So, in case you missed it earlier this week, senior handicapper for bookies.com, Adam Thompson, created odds for a Nikola Jokic trade, and teams that are leading candidates for trade destinations after the Nuggets shocked the NBA world, firing head coach Michael Malone and parting ways with their GM Calvin Booth. Big Dave, the Bulls are atop Adam Thompson's list. Check this out.
Of course we are.
He has the Bulls as the team with the best odds to land Joker in a hypothetical trade this offseason at plus 500, an implied probability of 16.7%, followed by Brooklyn Nets, Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers. Take that, Lakers! Look, people have been talking about this the last couple of days. It is silly, but there are some flowery connections that are leading people to talk about this. Obviously, Arturas Karnisovas, his past in Denver, helping them build that team, finding Joker in the second round of the draft way back when. Joker has spoken multiple occasions about his love for the Serbian community that shows out when the Nuggets come to the United Center once a year to play the Bulls. He loves that. So, of course, people are talking. What do you make of this?
Well, that, the coach being fired, GM being let go. Right. So,
why? Let's change all directions.
Yeah, let's just flip it all and put it in. But yeah, why not lean into it? Why not? We need some joy. Here goes some joy. Hey, Nikola Jokic. Hi. How's it going? Come to Chicago. I mean, if it would happen in a trade, obviously, he's not going to leave Denver and get up and go like that. So the contract is too long. It would have to be a trade. It was something he would have to kind of request. Or maybe they just want to go in a different direction or something like that. I don't think he could pick a better place than Chicago. You mentioned him talking about the Serbian population. Chicago has the highest Serbian population here in the States. There are more people here in Chicago from Serbia than there is in the second largest city in Serbia.
Wow.
Drink that one in. 350,000 is here.
Dropping census stats. I did not know that.
Yeah, here, right here. 350,000.
That's crazy.
Right here. That's why he can feel the love and he understands it and things like that. So, hey, if it's that many people here, hey, that means you can get some food, man. You can get some sarma. You know what I'm saying? You want some proja? I know a chick that'll hook you up with some grits on it, man. They'll take care of you, man. Listen, how about music? We can go back and forth on music. We can talk about the rappers here. You know what I'm saying? Now, shout out to Crew. Rest in peace. Shout out to Juice, you know what I'm saying, and the Full Moon Crew. Shout out, there's a rapper named Kobe also as well. There's a teammate you can have named Kobe White. I mean, everything kind of works out here, wonderfully so. And last but not least, the man's nickname is Joker. Where do they shoot the Batman movies? Here in Chicago. It's right here. It's all here for you, Nikola Jokic. I'm just saying. I know that's our DNVR people. We get that. We love them very, very much. But we just saying, if you feel like you can be happier here in a place that can feel like your second home, why not give it a thought?
What if we trade them AK back for Joker so he can help them rebuild now that they've fired Calvin Booth?
Deal.
Just like the Giddey for Caruso trade. One person for one person.
Yeah.
Just straight up swap.
Yeah. Who?
AK for Joker.
Yeah. Well, maybe they want some Proja with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a pot of that. He could take with him when he leaves. I'm cool with that. That's all right.
More seriously, I mean, you mentioned the Joker does still have several years remaining on his contract. To be exact, he is due $55 million and change next season. He is due $59 million in the 26-27 season. Then he has a player option in the 27-28 season for nearly $63 million. We heard reports that it was not Joker requesting that Michael Malone be fired or that Calvin Booth be fired. He was informed of those decisions before they were made public, but they were not Joker's decision, or he did not encourage them, or even necessarily, once it was put upon him, advocate and or agree with the moves. It's all we know is that he was told about it.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know if this is Joker saying, well, things are falling apart around here. I'm busting my butt every night. I mean, some of Joker's stat lines. SG is going to win the MVP, I think. I think that's, it's not official, but for all intents and purposes, that's mutually agreed upon. It's going to be SGA's award this year, which is fine. But Joker has been doing everything for that Nuggets team. As Jamal Murray has missed time, as Aaron Gordon has missed time, as other role players have fallen short of their expectations. I don't think that is enough to necessarily say Joker wants out.
Yes, correct.
It would be, I think, the Nuggets' bold and crazy, what are you doing, Nico Harrison-esque move to say, well, we're kind of heading a new direction, so let's include trading the best player in the league as part of that new direction. To me, it makes no sense as a hypothetical for the Nuggets to decide as opposed to Joker asking out. But even still,
yes, if
either scenario happens as we work through this offseason, the question is, not just for the Bulls, but for every NBA team, what would it take?
Oh, man, the Bulls would have to give up a ton, and I'm okay with them giving up a ton as far as players are concerned. Maybe some capital with it. Of course, draft picks, I'm sure, are going to be with it. The Bulls have already shown, the Bulls front office has shown, they don't really care about that. So I'm sure they'll be willing to give that kind of stuff up. But, yeah, whatever you need to give up, you give it up. I don't care what it is. Give it up. Of course, your only thing is you don't want to give up Modest Muzelis. You don't want to. But if they say, well, then this is the deal breaker, well, you're going to have to sit down and have a really, really deep discussion with yourselves, And again, Matt, you kind of mentioned Nico Harrison, and that's what my mind state is now. Ever since I saw Luka be traded, I feel anything is possible. It wasn't when I saw Boston win with Kevin Garnett. No, it was when I saw Luka actually get traded. That's when I screamed anything is possible. So, yes, they might want to go in that direction and start over with a brand new younger team. I don't know why they would. Of course, you would keep one of the best players. I just saw him drop 43, 15, and 13, and they still lost. So that could be part of it too, Matt. Maybe he wants to get out and start over with a younger contingency. Like that, all of that could be the case. I don't see it happening at all. But it's not impossible because of Luka. I'm sorry, John Sabine. I love you dearly.
Look, I think Modest is in that deal.
Yeah.
100% Modest, you're giving him up. I think also the Bulls do have control over all of their future first-round picks right now after they got the one due to San Antonio back in this trade that sent Zach LaVine to Sacramento. So even though Joker did just turn 30 in February and will be 31, 32 years old through the remaining years of his current deal, you assume if he still wants to keep playing and not just walk right off into the sunset, turning down that player option and looking for one more giant lucrative deal, multi-year deal. You got him under team control for 2 seasons then, age 31, age 32. But I think his physicality, his style of play, age will not, at least in his early 30s, be a factor of him not being as dominant as he is currently. But even at that age, when you're talking about what it took to get Kevin Durant a few years back, some of these other insane trades of star players with multiple firsts, the Bulls could, because they have control, trade their 25, their 27, their 29 first-round draft picks, unprotected even if that's what Denver insists upon. And in between those, first-round pick swaps in the even years, 26, 28, 30. I think that's what it would take.
Yeah,
in all seriousness, to land Nikola Jokic in a trade right now, even though he is just on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what it takes. But again, we looked at the Anthony Davis, Luka deal. Didn't take a lot of picks, even though the Bulls don't have anything equating to Anthony Davis. Your biggest chip, like you stated, is Modest. But I think you have to ask the question. I think you're doing yourself injustice and you're doing yourself wrong if you don't simply inquire. So I think the Bulls have to inquire and just ask. It won't hurt you to ask. Let them slam the door in your face. You'll be fine. But go ahead and ask the question and see if it is possible that they want to start over with something and kind of fill out, what Joker wants to do. He doesn't want to go home so early, to deal with the horses back in Serbia because he got it right here in Chicago. He could do it right here, bro, hanging out with his people. I'm just saying, he can hang out with his people right here. That's all I'm saying.
His people are here. His food is here.
All of it, Matt. Music is here. We're here.
We're here. AK, make the call.
Make the call.
Just see what it would
take.
take.
That's all we're saying. Pick up the phone, baby.
CHGO Bulls 5 days a week. Make sure you subscribe to that CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Peace.
Yeah.